Hi everyone, Andy Henderson, live from Forward Thinking. I'm your Sherpa Guide and welcome to Sherpa Guidance episode 38. This is all about how to define your dream buyer and how doing so will lead to high performance in your business overnight. So those of you that know me know I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to impact the lives of 1 million people over the next 10 years with the group, the community of forward thinkers that we've created. We're all on a mission together to reach that million target of people, that million goal, that massive North Star goal to impact the lives of millions, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. And it's my whole purpose to reach my dream buyer, to serve them, to give them value, to deliver value to them every day, because it's enjoyable, right? It's what we do. It's what we love doing. Our forward thinkers, that's what we love doing, creating impact in the world. So today's session is, as always with Wednesdays, it's the chance for me to give you a framework to use to enable you to grab hold of this framework and implement it into your business today. You can do it right now. You can do it, it's going to last 15 minutes of video. You're going to be able to take what you learn and you're going to be able to implement it in your working life, and it's going to give you a massive jolt, a massive shot in the arm, and it's going to help you take your business forward. So as I said, it's all about how to define your dream buyer and how doing so is going to lead to high performance in your business. So what is a dream buyer? Why do we need to understand what a dream buyer is? Can we not just sell our stuff to anyone or everyone? Well, we can, but we can't do it all at once because not everyone wants to buy your stuff. As good as it is, they don't all want to buy your products and services. So how do we differentiate the ones that do and the ones that don't? How do we create a product or service that really pops for our dream buyer, that really delivers value to them and keeps them on board, buying from you and being a customer and even developing into a friendly friendship type relationship? Well, I'm going to tell you. So I've got a bunch of slides. I'm going to share them with you right now. So like I said, we're going to define, I'm going to teach you how the methodology, the framework that I use to define my dream buyer and how I teach others to do the same, because it's massive. It has so much value to your business, and there's so many businesses out there that don't do this, that should. And when you look at the business that really perform, that are really blowing the socks off their revenues, profits and new customer acquisition statistics, then they are using this or a formula very similar to it. So what's it all about? So first of all, we need to understand our dream buyer. Why is it that we need to understand it? Well, number one, it's our job. It's our number one job as a business owner to understand our customers, how they live, how they breathe, how they think, their pains and their problems and the results that they want in their business and their lives. Super important. We don't want to work with mood hoover type customers. We don't want to work with those customers that we don't enjoy working with. We don't want to work with those customers that want to take the shirt off our backs, that don't pay us on time, that are really hard work, that take so much effort for us to deliver the service that we know we're so good at, but they just don't value it. We only want to work with customers who love us. We only want to work with customers that we actually love too. That value what we do and the products and services that we provide, that we constantly deliver value to, and that consume constant value from us as well. We want to create fans of what we do. Fans help us grow, and we take tremendous pleasure from serving our fans. And when we get this right, we make more profit and our business grows, which is amazing. So how do we do it? What's the importance of it? How do we do it? Well, first of all, we need to understand what you do. What are your main products and services that you offer? We need to categorise them in a list. Now, if you sell 50,000 products on the internet, I don't want a list of 50,000 products. What are your main services? What are your main products? I mean, this typically works really well with B2B organisations because they generally have a smaller selection of services that they offer to the customers. But it works with all types of businesses too. So it's really important to write down and differentiate, what are your core product or service categories. Think 3 or 5 big categories that you serve your customers with. Now, once you've done that, have a look at my example on screen here. So I currently have Success GPS Mastermind for groups of solo and entrepreneurs. I have Success GPS for boards and teams, and I have a Success GPS online program. They're my current activities. They're my current services that I offer to the marketplace. I've also got new services that I want to write down as well. New services that are being built now that we're going to offer to the marketplace in the future. So I've got career GPS for career people. I've got digital GPS for business owners who want to get from social media point A to point B, where they're using social media to acquire more of their dream buyers. I've also got health GPS that's coming through as well, which is about becoming physically and mentally fitter through my simple 6-step systemised process. So there are 3 existing services and there are 3 new services. So once we've got that down, have a think about it, write your own list of your essential core products and services down, because that is the starting point to define your dream buyer. So when we talk about the dream buyer, Everyone has customers they don't like, and everyone has customers that they love. So what's the difference? Some customers don't appreciate the value we deliver. They want the shirt off our backs. They're never happy. They always want more. They complain about cost. They complain about service. They never pay on time. So why do we deal with them? Well, typically when we start out, it's because we want their money. We want their money to help our business grow. But as we get bigger, we end up tied round in knots. We've hit a glass ceiling and we look at our customers and we've got a handful of customers that we love, that when they ring us, it's like, oh my God, yeah, Dave, how are you doing? Yeah, great to see you. What can I do for you? And then we have other customers that ring us. It's like, oh my God, what are they doing on the phone? You give them a red button and tell them to sod off. And we do it. We all have customers. If you think about it, you all have customers that you love. You all have customers that you can't stand. Wouldn't it make a massive difference to your business if you eject a seat button, poof, bosh, get all those customers out of your business and concentrate on bringing in more customers that you love to deal with? But just how do you do it? Well, you can. It's not difficult. So, some customers love us. We love them. They love how we do business. They're always happy. They want more, but they're willing to pay as well. They're a pleasure to deal with. They love our services. We might even call them friends. Wouldn't it be great to have just those type of customers on board? So if you've got 100 customers today or 1,000, wouldn't it be great to just have those types of customers on board? These customers are our dream buyers, and we need to define what makes them unique. What makes them our dream buyer? Once we've defined what it is, we can then concentrate our efforts on actually bringing in more, which would be a delight, wouldn't it? So how do we do it? How do we define our dream buyer so we can attract more of them and bring them on board into our world? Well, I'll tell you. Take your first key or core service or product from the list you created earlier. Grab that service and think long and hard about your best customers that currently buy that service from you today. Yeah, think about their actual names and the company names of those businesses that you love to deal with, that actually get the most value from your products and services, that you really, really enjoy dealing with. Write the names down in a list. So, as an example, here are some dream buyers of mine: Jan Evans, Carl Allen, Mark McLaughlin, Mark Wigan, Jay Motorwalla, Emma Astley, Celia Gates. Really, really good people, really good forward thinkers, really grasping what they learned and really applying it into their business. And I love working with them, and I hope, I dearly hope they love working with me as well. So they're the dream buyers for my top service, which is the Success GPS Mastermind for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and small business owners. So it's important we get that list nailed down, because that's our reference point that we're going to use for all the extra work that I'm going to share with you now. So write them down in a list, get them on some note paper, just get that list going. So then we need to think about the demographic. So if you're a B2B business, we need to think about, okay, what are the similarities of these companies? What similar location? Are they all in, Burnley or East Lancashire? Are they all in Lancashire? Are they all nationwide? Is it pretty scattered around? Think about the industry that they're in, that you serve. Is it a particular industry that you're focused on, that you've got domain knowledge in, that you know the problems and pains within that industry? Is it the size of the business that is relevant to you? The size in terms of employees? How many employees do they have? Or how much revenue do they generate? Who's the functional head decision maker? Is it the MD, the CEO, the FD, the HR director, the sales manager? Who is it? Who is that person that you work best with, and that really is the one that's most likely to consume your value? Who's the influencer? Because we can't always get access to the top honcho. Who's the influencer? Who can influence that decision-making process? If you're B2C, think again about where the people are that you serve. What is their age? What's their sex? What's their income level? What's their occupation? What's their relationship status? Are they married? Are they divorced? Are they single? What is that? What's their education levels? Does it make a difference? Are they university educated? Are they college educated? Are they self-made? Did they come out of school, get a job, build a business and grow like that? What are their likes, interests and hobbies? Where do they hang out online? All that kind of thing. So if it's B2B, follow the demographic profiling on the left. If it's B2C that you deal with, follow the demographic profiling on the right. And that's all pretty normal stuff. We've got the key activities, the core services. We've got the names of the people that consume the top one of your core services. And now we can start to think about the demographic. So we're starting to get an idea of what our dream buyers kind of look like, where they are, industry, age, sex, all that sort of stuff. Fairly straightforward, nothing unique there. So once you've done that, get that written down and start to carry on with the profiling process. Now what I want you to do, a bit more difficult this, is think about the character traits, the psychographic. What are the similar character traits of your dream buyers? Kind of like this. So when I look at my dream buyers, I think, yeah, they're young at heart and in mind. They've got energy. They're ambitious. They're open-minded. They're into self-development. They're reading business books and self-development books, and they're always looking for recommendations. They're focusing on impact, not just making money. They're focused on helping people. Some are chasing money, but they really don't want to. And it's only when they come through the program of mine that they start to think it's impact that they want to chase, because creating impact in the world, if you do that and you serve your customers to the best of your ability, then that money follows. It's dead simple. My dream buyers are good people. They're professional. They've got high standards. They've got a sense of purpose, but can't maybe define it. They want to make an impact. They want to build a legacy in the world. So you can see similar character traits. And once I look at those character traits, I look at my dream buyers and I think, is Jan Evans young at heart and mind? Is he ambitious? Is he open-minded? Same with Carl, same with Mark and Jay and Emma and Celia. And it's a good reference point. Yes, I've got it. I've nailed it. They are my character traits of the people that I love to do business with. So what happens next? Well, what happens next is you think about your similar character traits of your dream buyers. Think about what makes them similar, about the way they are as people. Yeah, that's really, really important. So once you've done that, then we start to think deeply again. We have to start to think about our customers, and remember I said right at the start, knowing our customers better than they know themselves is our number one responsibility as business owners. It's really important we do this. We need to understand the problems and pains that are in their business and their lives. It's our job to find out what problems they have that actually produce the pain, and it's these problems and pains that they have that you actually solve. And once you identify the problems and pains of your dream buyer, you're then able to market to them effectively, grabbing their attention and bringing them into your world to engage with you and potentially buy your products and services, because you have exactly what they need to take that problem away and give them a gain or a big result. Does that make sense? So we start off by looking at the problems, and let me put this in perspective. Your customers don't actually buy what you sell them. They buy the end result. No one buys a course like Success GPS. They buy the result of the course. A plan, a structure, more confidence, laser guided focus, more customers, more time, more revenue, more profit. That's the result. That's what they're buying. They're not buying a course. People don't buy a new kitchen unless their kitchen is on the floor, broken up all over the place, pots and pans, knives and forks everywhere. When they buy a new kitchen, they're looking to create the heart of the home. That's the result that they're looking for. Landscape gardeners, you don't buy a landscape gardener. You don't buy patio flags and a pond and some fencing. The result is you bring holidays home with you. You create holidays and magical moments in your garden in the summertime when you've had it done. That's the result that people are looking for. So think about your dream buyers. Think about the problems that your dream buyer has right now. And when you're looking at problems, think in terms of like features, benefits. Features are the specific features of your product. Benefits are the results. Think about the problems in the same way. Problems are the specific functional things that they're struggling with today, and the pains associated with these problems are almost like the opposite of benefits. They're the emotional things that cause them problems inside. Make them feel bad. So here's an example of my forward thinkers, my dream buyers. These are most commonly the problems that they suffer from. So time, working in the business, not on. They can't prioritise, they get distracted. No structure, no progress, no leads. Cash flows up and down like a roller coaster. They fear failure. They say yes to everything. They've got a lack of mojo, self-belief, can't scale, lacking in confidence sometimes, feeling a bit overwhelmed. And once you've got that, then you can start to think, okay, if they are the problems, how does that problem cause a pain? How does it cause a pain in their business or their life? So like a couple of examples, with time, they're doing everything but not doing everything well. Poor quality, no bandwidth or cash to scale. They may have a poor home life balance because, they've got, they're coming home late, they're teasing the dog, they get home at 8 o'clock, they miss the football practice with the kids and all this sort of stuff. Other things, they can't prioritise, they get distracted. Big stuff gets left behind. Spend time doing tasks. The business isn't moving forward. No leads, there's no growth, the business goes backwards. So can you see, you plot out the problems and then you identify how those problems manifest as pains within their business. It's really, really powerful stuff is this. So when you've got a second, write down the problems that your dream buyer has, that you solve, and then write down the problems that cause pain. What are the pains that those problems cause? So when we know this stuff, we're better able to market to them and get their attention. So whilst having problems and pains, all of our customers want a benefit. They all want a gain, they all want a big result. And that's what creates the value that you deliver to your customers. And that's what they're going to pay you handsomely for if you market it right. So thinking about your dream buyer, the names, the problems, the pains, the demographic and psychographic, think about the gains, think about the big result that they want. It could be a physical gain like more customers, more time, more profit, but it could be emotional like happiness, freedom, healthier, or getting a feeling of fulfillment. Now think about that big end result. What is the big end result that your dream buyer wants, that you can give them, that only you can give them, head and shoulders above your competitors? What is that big result that you can give them? And we're coming towards the end now. So the final component is, if you fix your customers' problems and pains and you can give them a big result, you must have some evidence to back that up. So think of your dream buyers that you've worked with, the names in the list. Think about their problems and pains you've eliminated, and think about the results that you've helped them achieve. Here's an example. So Dan Jackson, he's got more confidence now, he's more clarity. 3-fold revenue increase within 12 months of working with me. Carl Allen doubled the size of his business from 2 to 4 million within 15 months of working with me. Just sold his business for millions. Jan Evans, 3 months after completing Success GPS, he generated more revenue, more profit and more new customers than the 18 months previously combined. Now, can you see? Now, when you write that stuff down, when you understand your dream buyer intimately, you understand who they are, where they are, the similar character traits, what they like, what they don't like. You start to understand, the problems and the pains and the big result. You've armed yourself, when you've defined all that stuff, with a huge load of marketing information and content that you can start putting out into the marketplace and attracting only those people that you can deliver the most value to in terms of solving their problems and pains and giving them a massive, massive result. So that's how to define your dream buyer. It works every single time, and it's something that the biggest, best, most rapidly growing businesses know intimately. The owners, the CEO, the MD, the visionary in the business has spent a lot of time focusing on who their dream buyer is and how to market to them to get their attention and bring only dream buyers into your world. So doing business becomes enjoyable. But not only that, you end up growing. Massively. And it's a great feeling because you're only dealing with brilliant customers who love you and you love them. So that's how to define your dream buyer, following on from Monday's live. And on Friday, I'm going to share with you how I use this framework in my business to help my business grow and become a high-performing business in the reflection section. That's what we do Friday. So from me, Sherpa Guidance episode 38, done. And it's a pleasure to speak to you. If you grab hold of the framework, if you implement it in your business, if you find it interesting, and valuable, please let me know. Please like, please comment, please share, please tag your friends in. Follow the videos by clicking on the follow when you see the lives, and you'll get more of my stuff into your news feed every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm Andy Henderson, your Sherpa Guide. Sherpa Guidance episode 38, guys. That's all from me. Just remember, you're just one step away.